Welcome to the Midlife Style School, the podcast for women who want to elevate their personal style and life by design. I'm your hostess, Afton Porter, certified life coach and fashion stylist, known as the Chief Image Creator, helping high-profile women polish their image with standout style in their industry. Through our conversations and insight, I'll provide simple tricks and practices that will help take the stress out of getting dressed in the morning so you can start each day feeling empowered, confident, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Let's go. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt less than beautiful? Perhaps you've spent hours trying to perfect your look, running from one shopping trip to the next for that magic makeover. You go in your closet, you try to put on an outfit, it doesn't look quite right. You may have taken some of my classes and you know what looks good on you, but when you go to put it on, you just don't feel beautiful. You maybe even considered plastic surgery, anything, just to feel good about yourself. But despite all these efforts, you still feel like something is missing. If so, it may be time to take a look inside of yourself instead of just searching externally. Because no matter what kind of makeover I give you, true beauty starts within. And today, that's what we're going to talk about and explore. How do you create the feeling of beauty? We're so dependent on external factors, but that is not how we feel beautiful. In so many years of being in this industry, I used to coach people first on what they are doing, the actions they're taking, the behavior that they're creating. We'd go and tackle the wardrobe, the colors, go shopping, the closet. And what I'm finding is women can have all of that. They can know what they need to wear, but they are still not feeling beautiful. And what it comes to for this standout style is you got to know the action plan. But the way that you're doing it, who you are being, the thoughts that you're thinking, your self-image about you, those thoughts that you're thinking is what's driving your actions. And when I understood that, it made complete sense of why I could be looking at someone and think they look absolutely stunning, but they're not feeling the same way. We were very intentional about pulling clothes that suited them, that they liked, that they were drawn to, represented the woman that they want to be. But when they put that on, they were not feeling beautiful in those clothes. And sometimes what happens is women will go to plastic surgery because they're still trying to change the external shell of, of our bodies and how we look. Most women who go to have plastic surgery are unusually beautiful. They would be defined as some of the most beautiful women going to get plastic surgery because they don't feel beautiful. And we think that the way that we feel is factual. If we don't feel beautiful, we think we're not. Understanding why we think more about our physical appearance than our inner beauty. In today's society, it's difficult to ignore the emphasis placed on physical appearance. Everywhere we look, from social media to advertisements, we're seeing these perfect bodies and flawless skin are being presented as a standard of beauty. While taking care of our physical appearance is important and should be done so with intention and purpose, why do we often prioritize it over our inner beauty? Perhaps it's because physical beauty is something that we can easily alter with makeup and cosmetic procedures, put a little Botox here, get some eyelashes, and we have this huge change. And sometimes those minor changes make a big difference in how we feel. But inner beauty requires more effort and it cannot be manufactured. It's time to shift the focus and start valuing how we view ourselves, how we view about our bodies, about our external qualities, and celebrating those, being intentional about that. Everything that you think is creating a feeling of whether you're beautiful or you're not beautiful. Our sense of self worth often determines how we view ourselves and approach different situations in your life. If you are feeling not good enough, it is a powerful force that affects our mental and emotional well being. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and intense self doubt, making it difficult to reach our full potential. But what's even more sneaky is when it's just twisting your self doubt in a slight 10 degree. You might not be feeling an intense self doubt, but you have this little bit nagging self doubt. And that little bit of nagging is just veering you off 10 degrees. And that little 10-degree change is going to change the trajectory of your decisions that you make in your life. I want to just share a little story. When my daughter, gosh, how old was she? She was probably 8 or 9, and she was going down the slide, and her little sister decided to push her over the slide. And at the bottom of the slide, halfway, was this concrete curbing, and my daughter landed on it and broke her arm. She literally broke it in half. It didn't puncture, it didn't go through her skin or anything. It was so broken, she had to hold the bottom third of her arm to keep it from like falling, right? So she comes to me and I just take a towel and I wrap it around and put her in the car and have my husband take her to the ER. And the ER bandaged her up, took her up. And we made a future appointment with the doctor that was in the ER room. And we've actually had other broken bones in our family. And we have a favorite doctor, but we hadn't seen him in a while, couldn't even remember his name. So when we go into the ER doctor's visit a week later, and he's telling us about her arm and she's going to need pins and he kind of tried to set it and he goes, if it doesn't stay, she may potentially need to have pins put in her arm. And while he was talking, I just did not have a good feeling about this doctor. Anybody else have that mom intuition? I didn't feel good about it. And he's like, I just don't think I can get her arm straight. And I said, I believe you. I believed him when he said he couldn't get his arm straight. What I didn't believe is that another doctor couldn't. And so I quietly just got up and left. And I was bound and determined to find someone that could get her arm straight. So when I was leaving that doctor's office, I saw on by the elevator the list of doctors that were there. And sure enough, the doctor that I was looking for was literally 2 floors up from where we were. So I hopped on the elevator, went up there, made an appointment with this doctor. Well, when we were able to get into that doctor, he said her arm was set 10 degrees off, and that would make her arm, even if like it stayed where that doctor had put it, it would have been noticeably crooked. It would not have been straight. She would not be able to do the things like cartwheels and gymnastics and things like that. And it would have been noticeably crooked for the rest of her life. Even though you couldn't really tell at the time that it was going to be crooked, the doctor x-rayed it and he knew. And I'm telling you, those little slight self-doubts and thoughts that you're having about yourself can make a huge difference. The more decisions that you make, the bigger difference and that degree is going to show in your life. And so, even though we're going to be continually working on those thoughts throughout our life, the sooner that you can find and adjust the decisions that you're making based on how you're thinking about yourself, the better, right? Are you living full out? Are you making all those decisions that is getting you closer to your hopes and your dreams of what you want for yourself? The psychological effects of feeling not good enough run deep, and they need to be recognized as early as possible so that you can get closer and closer to the best version of you. We're not creating another version of you. We're getting closer to who you were designed to be. And through coaching, you can learn to develop a more positive self-image and overcome those feelings of inadequacy to start making those decisions that are going to get you to where you want to go, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to have a better relationship with your spouse or yourself, whether you need to find a new career. You know, us women in midlife have so many changes. When our kids are all out of our house and we get to decide, how do we want to live the next season of our life? You get to decide. And based on how you are viewing yourself, it's going to decide those, you're going to make those decisions from those thoughts. And those thoughts that you think about you is what is creating the feelings that you have. And your feelings is what is driving the decisions that you're making. How we feel about ourselves, how we feel about that job, how we feel about what we believe we can do is actually what's creating the behaviors that we do. So let's go back to feeling beautiful. If we are making decisions, if we think I'm overweight and we go to our closet to find something to wear, the actions from I'm overweight and feeling not beautiful, you go into the closet and you try to pull some clothes from that feeling, the actions that you're going to be taking are going to be much different. If you are the same weight, same body, and you're feeling like you're rocking it, and you go to your closet, oh, the energy is totally different. And those clothes that you pull to wear are not going to be the same clothes, and you are not going to be wearing those clothes in the same way. The action that you're going to take walking down the hallway, wearing your clothes that you feel like you're rocking because you're feeling fantastic, totally different energy. And the ripple effect from that, how people are reacting to how you're showing up, completely different, right? Can you feel that energy of even how I'm talking about it? When you are feeling beautiful by the thoughts that you're thinking about you, our perception of how you think about you is where your thoughts are coming from. It's an opinion that you are having about yourself. Let's raise the opinions. Let's have different thoughts about yourself so that when you go to your closet to get dressed, when you go shopping to find something that you're going to feel beautiful in, when you go to the hairdresser, when you go take your action from a place of beauty, the actions that you're going to take are going to look different and they're going to feel different. So it's important for me when I'm working with my clients to change the belief about themselves. And a belief is just a thought that you think over and over and over again. When we change your belief about yourself and your self image, then the action that you're going to take is going to look different. It's going to feel different. And can you imagine what your life can look like if you're taking it from that place? The emotion that is driving your action is going to show up. And that slight difference of whether you have total self-confidence, unstoppable, to I believe I could do it, maybe I can do this, to just complete self-doubt, to that overwhelming feeling of not good enough, all of those different feelings and everything in between is going to affect how you are showing up in your life. And my passion is to help midlife women create standout style and unstoppable confidence so they can live the extraordinary life they were designed to live. If you are wanting to see where your thoughts are keeping you stuck in how you are showing up in your life, schedule a free mini session with me. In the show notes, there's a link for a free mini session. During our time together, I will show you where you are getting stuck in your thoughts about you and where we can work on to help you have that unstoppable self-confidence so that you can design your life intentionally and on purpose so that you can reach your next level of success, start that business, find that relationship or deepen that relationship, find the clients that you need. The journey of feeling beautiful is a process. We can tend to the outside all we want, and we should. We need to take care of our physical body. But you could do that and still not feel beautiful on the inside. Understanding why we can't make ourselves beautiful by changing our appearance and delving into what lies beneath the surface is how true beauty blossoms. They go hand in hand. We work on the inside and the outside. It's not about having it all together, but rather allowing ourselves to think deeply about why we don't feel good enough, why we don't feel beautiful, so that we can address it head on. It's not because you're not beautiful. It's because there's a thought that you're thinking that's keeping you from feeling beautiful. And taking accountability for our internal dialogue and its impact on our day-to-day life is a powerful tool for reshaping our thoughts around beauty and creating a plan to love yourself more and taking an active role in feeling beautiful from within. All right. Until next week, think like a style icon. Bye bye.